Hello, my name is Oscar Holgado. Is that just for sound check or is that? The Woodshed is, well, first and foremost, is a restaurant. We focus on delivering a really good experience, not just sort of come and sit down and eat your dinner, but from the moment you check in from sort of 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. dinner start all the way through to breakfast in the following morning. We want to make sure people feel looked after, relaxed, and are able to sort of taste some really wonderful food. I suppose why Kinkin? I mean, when you drive into Kinkin, it's a beautiful place with the rolling green hills, all the trees, the wildlife that's around here. The old heritage pub itself is a beautiful, beautiful building, one with lots of history. I suppose another thing is there's such good produce on our doorstep, and I think that being able to tap into that is really, really important. Yeah, working through some of the Michelin star kitchens in London back in the early 2000s, great skills to pick up from Michelin kitchens, but also things that I've learned not to do as well. Sort of happy cooks cook happy food, One of my mentors, Angela Hartnett, she was great at that. It was still one Michelin star, and she had a really good way of nurturing and bringing on younger chefs that I really respect and appreciate. It's really how it works. We sort of come over the road, have a little look around the garden, what's growing, what's good, and yeah, the menu is written like that. There is more to come. This is just the beginning of what we're going to call the farm, but it's nice to be able to have some produce coming through the door. So the garden, I suppose that dictates the menu in many ways. So we plant things. Really, the menu is shaped by sort of what's ready. So we may take a walk over there in the morning or on a Sunday afternoon and plan next week's menu. It's quite nice sort of being able to pick things just before service. So whether it's a radish or whether it's a garnish or a herb or whatever, it's really great to have it right there. Rather than the menu dictate what we're cooking, the garden dictates what we're cooking. Wood fire, I think that ultimately it's flavor. It's something quite romantic about the idea of flames, and ultimately it is just the flavor it gives off, really. Whether it's vegetables, whether it's meat, protein, fish, whatever you're putting over there, that lick of smoke, that sort of intensity is unrivaled, really. More than just whole animal butchery, right? So with cooking, the food that we cook at the Woodshed is simple. It's refined but simple. If you say you're getting a pork chop on the menu, then you should be able to see a pork chop on the plate. That's sort of our ethos, I suppose, and that starts with sort of sourcing really, really good ingredients. And whether that's a vegetable, whether it's a wine, or whether it's an animal, how it's looked after, the life it's had, the conditions it's kept in, the food it's sort of being fed. Because we're cooking so simply, that all shines through in the final product. And then you've got the ethical side of things. So obviously, each animal is alive, and it's taken for sort of our pleasure, and I think that should be respected. I suppose when it comes to the experience at the Woodshed, we want people to feel like they're coming, to a friend's dinner party, essentially. Whether it's the snacks out in the garden or up at the bar, we want people to feel free and relaxed. That's really part of the dining experience. And then when it comes to the food, we want everything to be delicious and well thought out, but also not overcomplicated. Still very simple. And we just want people to go away feeling really relaxed after a good feed, essentially.